Hey guys, this is a Kim Kardashian inspired smoky liner makeup look done by MakeupByMario. I love the look and I just wanted to recreate it with you guys with drugstore products. So if you like this look and you want to learn how to do it, please keep watching. So to start off the look today, I'm going to be prepping my face before anything. Guys, do not forget the key step in makeup is your skin. Skincare is number one key, so make sure you use a moisturizer and also like a toner. I like to use the Badescu Rose water and the Garnier Skin Active Moisture Rescue. Those are really one of the best ones out there, especially in the drugstore. So after that, I just prime my face. I didn't really have a drugstore primer, but you guys can find any. I know the baby skin Maybelline one is really good, so definitely try that. And then right after that, I used the LA Girl Pro Conceal to just hide the dark circles under my eyes. I use the color Nude. It's a really nice color because it's like a salmon-y shade. I haven't really seen a salmon shade from them. I know they have an orange shade, but I'm a little too fair for that, so I just use this one that I found. Their colors tend to be a little bit peachier, which kind of help with that. So I just add a little bit and then tap it on with my fingers. I feel like that gives me the most coverage, and it blends it out the best. And then I just add a little bit more for extra coverage, and I really like it like that. It covers a lot, and it's definitely really helpful for my little bags. And then so I'm grabbing the same Badescu Rose water and spritzing my beauty blender. You don't have to use a beauty blender. The Real Technique one is actually really good. I just had this one pretty clean and the other ones were dirty, and I got really lazy. So I just got my beauty blender. Sorry about that, guys. I know this is supposed to be just drugstore, but that's my life. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte+Poreless and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I'm going to mix these two just because I'm in an awkward shade right now. It's kind of winter time, so I'm a little fairer than normal. So I can't just use one shade. I have to mix them. So this is actually a really good mixture, especially if you are more on the oily side. I really like this. The Infallible Matte is a little bit more like drying than the Maybelline. The Maybelline one's a little bit more skin-like almost, but it's so nice. It definitely helps smooth out my pores a little bit more than the Infallible one. So I like mixing these two, and then I'm just going to pat them on with my beauty blender. Again, as I said, Real Technique is just as good. Just use that one. It's really good. I was my first like beauty blender I ever had, so this is like a step up for me for sure. And then I'm just going to pat that in. I like to just press it in. I think it gives me the most coverage, and it also gives you a more dewy look when you use the beauty blender. And then to bronze up my very pale face, we're going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I think that's in the shade Toast. I believe it's Toast. Yeah, I think it's Toast, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Toast. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's Toast. If it's not Toast, it'll be in the description box down below, but I believe it is Toast. So yeah, I'm going to be using that to kind of like bronze / contour my face, just so I'm not as pale. I'm going to be putting that in the parameters of the cheeks. And then a little trick, stop at the end of your eye with like a contour bronzing product, just so it doesn't look muddy on your face. I've always given that tip, and I feel like it's the best because some people always say like they go a little too over with it and it's a little muddy. So definitely a great trick to use just so you don't go overboard on your face and it won't make you look real muddy and gross. And it's just one of my favorite little tricks to tell people to use. I think it's the best. So I'm just adding a little extra because I'm really pale right now, so I'm trying to get some color back in my skin without, you know, getting that mask face. And then I'm going to be putting some on my nose. So try a really good trick with this. Try not to actually put it on the actual shadows of your nose. Try getting a little closer in so it actually creates a shadow. I'm only putting a little bit just to kind of blend everything together since I'm contouring the rest of my face. I want to kind of add a little bit of shadow on my nose as well, even though I really don't mind my nose shape, but I really like doing this. I think it just gives it a better overall look. And so I'm just using that. I tend to put it a little bit more towards my eyebrows a little bit, just to kind of like blend it all in and just bring it a little higher up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bronzing is definitely a big key with this look. Kim Kardashian's makeup always is very bronzy and beautiful, and so you definitely want to pick that in the makeup and just bronze up. Definitely a key point in this look. Also, you can also just use like powder if you're more comfortable with powder. I personally like to put both, just because I think it gives you a more full coverage look, and I feel like it lasts a lot longer too. And yeah, I think also if you are a little drier, you can just do this one. You can just put on regular cream and it should be fine, and you won't get all dry. But yeah, so I'm gonna be using this Morphe brush. The Morphe brush is the R10. This is one of my favorite brushes to blend out my bronzer contour cream, just because I feel like it gives it a very flawless look, but it doesn't take off the foundation that's underneath. I feel like a lot of brushes, when I use them, they take off the foundation underneath and it just looks a little splotchy. This one doesn't do that. I use a light hand, which takes a little longer for me, but it gives it a more seamless look. And I really like that kind of like bronze up look. Look at that. I have so much more color to my skin now. God bless. So I'm just going to be putting that all over and adding that in. Wintertime is rough, guys. Like, I have to mix my foundation like every other day, and there's no foundation color that like actually completely 100% matches me. So I'm here mixing and bronzing my face like nobody's business. So if you're a fair girl, I feel you. I feel you 100%. Oh, and the colors that I used for foundation was Maybelline 120 Classic Ivory and the Infallible, I believe it's like the lightest shade. I'm not 100% sure what the color is, but it would be in the description below if you're looking for those shades. And then I'm going to be highlighting right after. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me in number 10, the concealer. It's one of the best concealers in the drugstore. I'm obsessed. I'm actually going to do a like favorite drugstore like concealers, like face products soon. So keep that posted. But this is definitely going to be in that video. This is one of the best ones out there. I tried the Age Rewind one and I didn't like it too much. It dried me out, and I realized that like my under eyes are really dry. So this one's a little bit more hydrating, but it gives me like medium to full coverage, which I love. So I use two shades. I use number 10 to kind of cover, and then 15 to highlight a little bit more. So I put that right under my eyes, and I bring it all the way up, and then on my nose as well. And I give it a little bit more of a highlighted effect, kind of like how Kim Kardashian likes to do her makeup. Very highlighted, contoured, and bronzy. So now I'm here, I'm watching TV, so something happened. I don't know what happened. I was watching Jeanie the Virgin, so probably something exciting. So yeah, I'm putting this on, making sure that's all good, and I'm going to be grabbing the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 15. 15 is a little bit more pink and a little lighter, so I use only a little bit of that on because I don't want to make my face any lighter than it already is by much. I just kind of want to highlight just a tinge bit because I don't want to look too pale. So I'm just adding that in the parts where I want to bring out a little bit more, and then I'm just going to blend that in with my beauty blender and just get that full coverage look on the low, you know? So I'm going to be blending that out. I love this concealer. I have like a love for concealers because I have such bad bags, so concealer is definitely one of my favorite like makeup products. So look at that. Like, look how seamless that looks. It's amazing. So now to blend out that contour, I'm just going to be rolling this. I got this trick, if I'm not mistaken, from Carly by Belle. She's like the queen of nose contour. I'm never going to be as good as her. but definitely a really good trick. Just kind of roll on the concealer on top, and it'll blend. It's a really, really nice trick. So I'm going to be using that. I'm just going to blend everything out together and make everything seamless. No lines, guys. No lines in your makeup. Do not set your concealer with lines. I always kind of like rub a little bit extra under my eyes before I put on any setting powder. So for the setting powder we're going to be using today is a really great discovery for me. This, guys, is a dupe. It is a Laura Mercier translucent dupe. This is the Fit Me loose powder, the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, in the shade Fair. I use Fair, but I mean you can go a little darker if you're a little darker. But it is amazing. It mattifies, it brightens a little bit. Guys, it's the Laura Mercier powder on a budget, like on a budget. It's so good. I've been using this a lot lately. It's just amazing, the fact that it's so similar to it and it's so much cheaper. So definitely look into this. It's really, really amazing. I recommend it 100%. And I have the Laura, and I love the Laura one too, but I've actually been reaching for this one a little more. I put a little bit too much powder. Oops. So yeah, definitely look into it. It's one of the best ones. I forgot who I heard it from that was like really good. It was a YouTuber. I can't take credit for the fact that I found this out because I didn't. But one of the YouTubers recommended it, and I forgot who it was. I have no idea, but I'll look that up later. And now I'm just going to be baking under, just to kind of give myself more of a sharp contour like Kim. And then I'm going to be bronzing up while we leave that to set. I'm going to be grabbing the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. It's one of the best ones in the drugstore. It's really, really nice, and it smells so good. It smells like a tropical island, like a vacation, like everything you want in life, you know? So I'm just putting that all over my face. I'm bronzing up a little bit just to set all that. Since I am a little bit more oily, I have to set it because the parameters around my face will just kind of disappear. So definitely need to set. And now I'm a little bit more bronzy, have a little bit more color to my skin. Don't be scared with bronzer, just go on a little light, and then keep going. And then I'm going to start with my eyes. So I kind of cheated on this one, but I'm using the not Laura Mercier, I'm using the Fit Me loose powder. You see, guys, it's so similar. So I'm going to be grabbing the Modern Renaissance. Guys, you don't need the Modern Renaissance for this look. You really don't. Just grab any transition color that you have and just put it on your crease. I just put a little bit to give my eyes some definition. But you don't really need to do this step. She has a little bit of color in her crease. You can really use anything. It doesn't have to be this. I just use burnt orange because it's my favorite transition shade. You can use Makeup Geek, like Peach Smoothie or Creme Brulee, anything like that you can use. They sell pretty good drugstore, like singles. So you can use any that you have at home. And then I'm going to be grabbing the Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner in black. And my Anastasia, it's a brow brush, but I use it for eyeliner. You can really use any brush that you have at home, that whatever works for you. So I'm going to be using this. This is a little bit of a drier formula. So I like to use something a little drier to start off and to map out the line, like the wing. So I'm going to be putting that right there. And I like to use this just to map it out, because if you use liquid, it'll be a little harsh and it won't completely do it. It'll just kind of like go everywhere, and you don't want that, obviously. So I'm just going to be putting that there and marking where I want the wing to be. And then, oh, I got something on my face. Look how great that is. So I'm going to be cleaning that off and then using my beauty blender to kind of blend it in together. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So I'm just going to be adding some more of the foundation that I still have left over on my beauty blender. Don't add any product to it. Like, don't add any more product to the beauty blender. Just kind of just add to it. And then I'm just going to be grabbing the liner and starting to go ahead and work with it. So I'm going to be grabbing, right after I'm done with my liner, I'm going to be grabbing the black Any black shadow will do. I just grabbed the one from Makeup Geek. It's called Corrupt, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just going to be putting that first, just laying it on top of the liner to set it. And then I'm going to be starting to smudge it out to give that smoky effect that Kim has in her eyes. So I'm going to be doing that. And then just slowly, you know, working it up a little bit more. You have to be very careful in this part because black eyeshadow can go wrong so quickly. You have to be very, very careful. And just take it slow. Just go a little bit by a little bit, especially with this Corrupt color. It's very, very dark. So it can go pretty bad really, really quick. And then I'm just going to be grabbing the excess. I don't go in after that. After I pat it in, I just kind of blend it up and kind of just smoke it out. Don't grab any more color to smoke it because it'll just make it darker. It won't smoke it out. It'll just give you like a black line, an extra black line. So you kind of just want to do that slowly to like smoke it out. And then you want to do the other side to kind of complement it. Go back and forth. It's going to take a little bit, especially if it's your first time. And then just keep going. Just give it a second till you get it the right ratio. Make sure that it's a little bit darker at the bottom than it is on the top so you can see that smoke. And then once you're done, it's going to look something like this. And then I'm going to be grabbing the Wet n Wild black eyeliner. This one's really nice. And it's really, really black. I'm going to be first putting it on the top. And then just slowly getting there. It's a little harder for me to do the top. I feel like it kind of irritates my eye a little bit. But I'm just not used to it. So definitely if you're used to it, this will be an easy part for you. So just put that on the top. It'll give you more of a very black overall look, which is what you want for this look. That's what Mario did for Kim. He made this like very black and sleek eye look. So you definitely want to black it all out. You don't want any white part, any white of your eye peeking through. You definitely want to make sure all that area is black. And then from there, you're just going to be just retouching. I like to just make sure that it just looks perfectly black. And then this is the easy part, you're going to just put it under your waterline just to matte it out a little bit. My eyes are a little watery, so it didn't take as well as it normally would because it normally takes really, really well. And then I'm just going to be smudging it out. I'm going to be connecting it to the existing wing that we already have. And then slowly just adding to it. Don't add too much too fast. And then I'm going to be grabbing the same eyeliner brush that I had. I put a little bit more product in there from the Maybelline and just kind of added to it. And then from there we're just going to keep just bringing it closer to the existing wing to kind of just blend everything in one. And then we're going to be bringing it a little bit closer in to the eye. And then I'm going to be grabbing the NYC one. The NYC one's really, really good. It's one of my favorites. It's the blackest liquid liner I've ever used, and that says a lot because I've used a lot of black liquid liners, and that one's probably my favorite. And then look, that difference. So I'm putting a little bit more of that and just really perfecting it. Take your time with this, guys. Like it's gonna be a little bit of a pain, but it'll work at the end. So yeah, just take your time, do your thing. Look how cool that looks. Compared to the other eye, it's so black. I love it. It's definitely like a cat eye kind of look. Very, very cool. So you definitely want to just follow your eye shape in this part, in the middle where the tear duct is. You want to make sure that's black, but you don't want to go too far in. You just want to make it like a very small little tip and make it look kind of like a cat eye, but don't go too far because it took me a while, I will be honest. It took me around like 3 tries to get it completely how I wanted it because it can go haywire really quick. You can go too far too quick. So just take it slow, kind of just go and look at your eye shape and kind of go with that. Be as natural as you can. So I'm going to be doing the other eye and then perfecting it just like I did on the other side and getting that, done really well. I love this look. It's so classic, but it's so edgy at the same time.
and it really helps like show very like sensual vibes. It's very cat-like and very pretty. So it's definitely going to take you some practice to get this 100% correct, but it'll work. So just keep going, you know, just make sure everything looks similar, everything is flowing, everything is nice and black. And then I'm going to be using the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This is one of my favorite mascaras from the drugstore. It is a Better Than Sex dupe. And Better Than Sex is my favorite mascara. I know some people don't love it, but I absolutely love Better Than Sex. But this is a drugstore dupe for $8.99. Like, girl, like, why are you still watching my video? Like, go get it. Like, go buy it. It's so good. It's amazing. It makes your lashes just look so wispy and full and black. Oh, it's gorgeous. I will say the Better Than Sex is a little better, but for the price, like $23 versus $8.99, just get the $8.99 one. Start off, see how you like it, and then, you know, graduate to Better Than Sex. But this is really, really good, especially if you're looking for a dupe, especially for like something that's every day that you don't want to drop 23 bucks on. And if you're like me, I love mascara. I'm a mascara hoarder. This is definitely a good one to start off with. I love it. It's gotten a lot of good reviews, so I mean, if you don't believe me, go look up reviews on Lash Paradise. It's amazing. So I'm going to be doing 550 coats because that's just how extra I am with my mascara. I naturally have really long lashes, so don't think that the same effects will be on you. Sadly, I wish I could say that and say, oh, you'll get the same lashes I get, but mine's are a little longer. But it'll give you really voluminous lashes. Like, if you're looking for volume, go for it, girl. And then I'm just going to be adding just a little bit under because I feel like you need to just kind of balance it, even if it's just a little bit. But I definitely feel like you need to balance it just a little bit with the top lashes and the bottom lashes. And I'm going to be using Milani Luminoso as my blush. I'm going to be putting that all over my cheeks. It is super, like, beachy, glowy, so it's gorgeous. And then for that one, I'm going to be using a Morphe brush. That's an Elite brush. I forgot the number of it, but it's the old school ones. You can get like the ones that have like the red version now, and I don't have those. I have like the old version. So I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild highlight. It's so, so beautiful. It's called Petal Pusher, if I'm not mistaken, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, it makes you look like a glowing goddess. So definitely a necessity from the drugstore if you haven't seen it just yet. This is a very glowy look, so I wanted to put a lot of highlight on. I don't tend to put a lot of highlight on because I do have texture on my skin, which I feel like a lot of people suffer from just as much as I do, so I feel you. So I'm going to be putting that like on my cheekbones. I'm also going to be putting that on my nose, but definitely going to be focusing it on the face more. And then to start off the lips, I'm going to be using a NYX eyeliner. This is a natural, if I'm not mistaken. Is it natural or nude? It's going to be in the description box down below, so I'm going to be putting that everywhere. I do have a Rosebud Salve like lip balm on right now because I'm like hydrating my lips. And my lips are really crusty, so I need to put that on. I got this in Sephora. It's like $6 or $7. It's pretty cheap. You can just use any lip balm that you have that's like semi-glossy. And then that's really it. That's my completed look. I put a little bit of like a pink that I have from the drugstore, but I don't remember what color it was, but just like something soft would work. And that is the final look. You can put a setting spray on it, and you should be all ready. And this is a close-up of what the eyes and the skin looks like. Super smoky, super glowy, just beautiful. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, see you guys. Mwah.